Yeah, I mean, coming from a Lord of the Flies type scenario and going into something better, it seems like if we ask better questions, we get better outcomes
Mm.
related to what are we trying to optimize for. So, uh, in that same vein, if we are going to move from optimizing for goals to optimizing for aims, how would you go about
Yeah.
making sure you're asking the right questions to get there?
Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to look at your people, and you have to, we use the most derogatory term when we think about employees. We call them, we say it's the all hands, right? We have an all hands meeting, which essentially is saying, I have hired you from the neck down, and I want you to come to a meeting and hear from me, the almighty head, the master of the universe.
I've never
Please
thought about it that
come.
way. That's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
please come, you little minuscule hands. I mean, actually, I'm working on a presentation right now. It's really interesting. I just found this out. This is really cool. Let me just pull it up really quick because it's sort of it plays into this. Do you know where the word manager comes from?
No.
Yeah, so it's actually there's originally manus in Italian what was a word that meant I'm sorry, that's the Latin. It means to control your hands. And then the Italians, manageria is where that word comes from. It means to hold or control your horses. It is a term used in riding horses to say, get a hold of your reins and pull that thing back, jerk that thing back and get it into comply. So even this concept of hold your horses is actually what management is. It's literally saying control your people. I don't know if that's the best thing to do. So to me, if I want to focus on an aim and not a goal, I don't really want to manage people. I want to empower people. And how do I empower people? Well, we go back to Taylorism. We go back to Deming in the 1940s and the process control charts. And we train people on how to do a job. And then we say to them, look, you need to be tracking the data from this job every single day, looking for ways to improve it. You have permission to experiment. I've actually worked with organizations in the past where, and there's a big company right now. I won't say the name because I think it's not well known, but they actually have an experiments budget for every employee where they say, look, every year you have to spend $2,500 on experiments. Well, what are those experiments? Figure out if there's a way to change the lighting in your office and track your productivity. Did it go up by that? How many more words a minute did you type when you had a 27-inch screen versus a 32-inch screen? Like literally they're telling their people, you can spend money to try to improve your environment and your work as long as you can prove to us statistically that there was an effect and you're tracking that effect. So that's what we have to do. We have to get out of the way of holding our horses and controlling people with a bit in their mouth. And we have to say to them, look, I assume because you know how to do the work that you probably are somewhat of an expert on the work, more so than I am. So I'm going to empower you to say, look, our aim is to improve. Our aim is to get better. Our aim is more and better. That's a good goal. It's a good aim, more and better. Do what you need to do to get more and better. Now, listen, we can't affect work that affects quality. I can't say to a surgeon, go in there and recut. I can't do those things. But what I can say to them is I can say, experiment on the outsides of those things. Anything that requires compliance is a little tricky. Cyber, come up with some theories but really empowering people at the front end of the organization to say, how do we make the work better? How do we do it? How do we do more? And what are the things that stand in our way? That to me is what an aim is about. It is not about looking at a 3-year, 5-year, 10-year. I mean, I just